box, that way.
Let me go! Let me go!
Oh, you belong here? I'm Jim Palmer. The Contessa is expecting me. Now, will you relax?
It's all right, Joe. He's a friend.
Well, it's good to have it confirmed.
Hello, Jim.
Would you believe this?
What?
I'm at a loss for words.
Well, why don't you try something like it's been a long, long time?
Or even that it seemed like yesterday. Both would be true.
Come and sit down.
Oh. 59.
Yes.
You've a memory for detail.
I have a memory for your expensive tastes. Jim, we've got trouble on our hands.
Not here. This is usually the quietest island on my beat.
Not any longer. The elected government is afraid of an armed takeover. No, seriously, though. Several small caches of weapons have been found in the last few weeks.
I read the first reports. The government's taking it seriously.
Seriously enough to call us in. This is your area, Jim. Any names in the political hat?
Not among the regular opposition. They're all far too democratically inclined.
What would you say if I pulled out the name Adam Marcus?
Well, Marcus, I would have said clubs, tourism.
And more recently, the word on the island says politics.
Well, that's a lead worth following, isn't it? What else do you have on him?
Oh, nothing much. Harry's been working on a few leads, but every time we come up with something, the opposition turns very nasty.
So you've nothing?
Nothing more than a red panel truck that's hidden somewhere on the north end of the island.
That's not much.
No, I know, but if Harry and Paul can flush it out before it's abandoned, we just might be onto something.
Oh, hell with business.
You haven't changed a bit.
Harry? I've quoted this section. Nothing visible from up here.
Okay, Paul, we'll bring the police cordoning closer on to the next section.
Caroline, anything from your end?
This is the last fishing village on this area of coast, Harry. Jim's just checking now. Looks like we're out of luck.
Harry! Hold it, I think Paul may have something. This is it, Harry. Red panel truck heading north along the coast road. Okay, now!
Thanks, Jim.
Do you know him, Jim?
Yeah. His name is Lintar. In the past, he's worked for our friend, Adam Marcus.
Well, that may or may not mean something. Fact is that at one time or another, half this island worked for Adam Marcus.
Did work for me, Mr. Palmer. You're absolutely correct. But as the manager of a restaurant, not as a gun runner.
What about the girl with a baby carriage filled with hand grenades? She worked for you, too, as a waitress.
Just as a waitress. You seem to be looking for a scapegoat, no? When you choose Adam Marcos, you choose the wrong man. I have some very close connections in this island. It would grieve me if you forced me to use them.
What do you think, Harry?
I think she's great.
What about Marcus?
Marcus? Well, I don't know, Caroline. We've got a lot of odd scraps of information that suggests he might be implicated. For my money, it's not enough yet.
Why not? All my information suggests he's moving from business into politics. He's not the sort of man to wait around for an election victory.
Yeah, we need facts, Jim. Somewhere on this island, there's a warehouse filled with weapons. Find that, and we've got our man.
I think we've got him already.
Caroline?
I think Jim's right. All we need now is the proof. Shall we go?
I'll pay the check.
Caroline, what's going on here?
What do you mean, what's going on?
I mean, the evidence we've got on Marcus so far. I mean, I can't go for that, and I'm sure you can't either.
Jim does.
Jim does. That's important, huh?
To me, yes, very.
I see. I'm getting some kind of bad vibrations here. You're not still carrying a torch for that guy, are you?
Perhaps I am. Anyway, this is one you'll have to let me play my way. As I said, it's very important to me.
Ready?
Yes.
Good night, Harry.
What's happening, Jim? Well?
Harry wanted proof that Marcus is behind the arms distribution.
So you've arranged to give it to him?
Right. I contacted the local people this morning. They've agreed to make simultaneous raids on Marcus clubs all over the island.
I hope you're not making a mistake, Jim. Marcus wasn't bluffing about his political connections.
No mistake, Caroline, baby. My guess is that even Harry will be satisfied by what these raids produce. Let's go on up.
I checked the other Marcos clubs that were raided. 3 of them contained nothing. The other 2 produced 2 crates of grenades apiece.
That's 4 crates of grenades and 10 of rifles. That's not much for an armed uprising.
Yes, but we don't know what's been delivered already.
Yeah, that's true. But if Marcos is serious about this, it seems to me he had some logistical backup, you know, spare parts, ammunition.
You mean this isn't it?
I mean, this isn't the main distribution center. Whatever part Marcos may play in the whole deal.
Still got doubts, Harry?
Yeah, they're bred into me. Ever since the kid next door sold me his backyard rainbow for my champion bullfrog and a bent $50.
Okay. If you're not satisfied with this, let's see what the haul was at the other raids.
I'll follow you down, Caroline.
Whatever you say, Harry.
Stay with him, Paul. He's beginning to look more like the kid next door to me.
Right.
Don't worry about Harry. He's always hard to convince.
Maybe. But of course, you and I know that 10 cases of rifles puts the whole matter beyond reasonable doubt. Unless, of course, Harry's real doubts are about you and me.
I'm sorry. Let me help you.
All right, thank you.
You're Maria, aren't you? The sister of the girl who was killed at the roadblock.
What do you want?
Tell me about your sister.
I've nothing to say.
You have nothing to say about a sister who was killed by her own side?
She was shot by the police. Now, please leave me alone.
They weren't after your peanuts. Okay, let's start where we left off.
All right. What do you want to know?
The arms your sister was distributing. Where did they come from?
You know the big bay on the far side of the island?
Yeah.
There's an old house there overlooking the harbor. It's worth a visit.
Just couldn't stay away, could you, Harry?
Never going to pull off a coup on this island?
This way, Harry. I put a lot into this operation. Too much for you to cross me now.
That's quite an impressive bunch of weapons you've got in there.
More than you expected?
No, I figured that anyone that could afford 10 cases of rifles to frame Madame Marcus had to have a lot in hand.
I didn't have to frame Marcus. I just helped the Contessa's suspicions along. Too bad for you, you didn't share them.
Why did you do it, Palmer? Go for broke.
Isn't it obvious?
Maybe. It's quite an investment, though. 2 murders, double-crossing our organization. The Contessa?
Leave her out of it, Rule.
You think you can?
Listen, Rule. In 2 days, a military dictatorship takes over the island.
And you're going to be a rich man.
That's right.
And the Contessa?
When we were together in Leipzig, I had nothing. This time, maybe it'll be different.
You're selling rainbows, Palmer. To yourself.
Take him inside. Lock him up! Get him! Ow!
He's got away. Cover the grounds.
All right, go on the back there. Cover me. You stay behind there and cover me from here.
He's nowhere around the house. He must be in the garden.
Right, cordon off the area. Set up roadblocks. Check the airport.
Right.
I thought you might have a guest.
Oh, it's just an official visit, you know, port duties and so on. He's checking below now. Now, what about this turn around the island you promised me?
With Marcus in jail, I guess we deserve some sort of celebration.
The engine's turning over, the champagne is on board. What more do you want?
not on the grounds. He must have got away. Call the Contessa.
Caroline, this is Paul. Do you read me? Come in, Caroline. Come in, Caroline. Caroline, this is Paul. Do you read me?
What are we doing, Jim?
I thought you might like to take in a bit of the North Africa coast.
Oh, isn't it a bit late for that?
We can be back by nightfall.
I expected you earlier. What kept you?
I was holding back on the big news.
Oh?
I went to see Marcus in jail this morning. Confessed everything.
In jail this morning? That's very strange.
Why strange?
Because Adam, Marcus, and I were having drinks together on the yacht. Just before you arrived.
But he was arrested. Police arrested him at the club this morning.
Merely a show of force, Mr. Palmer. Sorry to upset your plans. But the blame, perhaps I should say the credit, belongs to the Contessa.
You arranged all this? You knew?
I didn't know for sure, but I thought it was a possibility.
So you planted Marcus as a suspect. Gave me enough rope to hang myself.
You did an excellent job, Mr. Palmer.
Adam Marcus is one of my oldest friends, Jim. He goes back even further than Leipzig. So when you started to pile up the evidence against him, it was really evidence against you.
So just turn the boat around, Mr. Palmer, and point it in the direction of the nearest jail.
All right. If that's what you want.
That's Paul and Harry. You haven't got a chance.
With you, I got a chance.
No, Jim. No chance.
Maybe you're right. You always were.
What is this? I mean, management?
No. It's the best I can do for an apology.
Why, because you didn't tell me that Palmer was the top of your list of suspects? Why didn't you?
I hoped it wasn't him. I gave him every chance to prove it because... well, I suppose in some way I thought I was responsible.
For old time's sake.
Yes, something like that. Anyways, I told you a long time ago, as far as I was concerned, it was all over in Leipzig.
Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
Why not?
You're not the only one who's got influence around here.
In the